Hi, I'm Davina Shamaya, and just like you, I am recovering from complex post-traumatic stress disorder and narcissistic abuse. And today I'm thinking about starting a series here and just giving you some keys to healing, just from my own experience. And of course, everyone's journey is different, and so I totally respect that you have your own wisdom, your own intuition, and you'll know what's right for you. So I'm just going to share what's kind of things I've experienced. So the first thing I want to talk about today is um, listening to and knowing your true self. I believe this is such a key point to the healing process, because it's really, we have become, because of the narcissistic abuse, we became a false self. We became a false self in order to be accepted into our family. Some lovely birds outside. And so, yeah, the it's so important to in order to heal, to start getting connected with that true self, with that wisdom, that intuition, that divine part of yourself, that higher self, whatever you want to call it, that knows what you need, knows how you feel, knows what your boundaries are, knows that this is a yes and knows that's a no. And yeah, it's a process, it's a process. That's why we call it recovery, because you're recovering your true self, your true essence, your soul, whatever you want to call it. And so, yeah, for me, I've done this through, a lot of meditation. I've been in recovery for about, in total, like 10 years. So yeah, I've been meditating for probably close to that. And, my meditation practice started with like 10-minute meditations, and then it was 20 minutes, and then 40 minutes. And, so now sometimes it's an hour or even an hour and a half. Doing my yoga Nidra, doing the body scan. These are ways that I'm, connecting with myself, and actually connecting is kind of paradoxical, but connecting with your body actually helps you to understand feel your essence, the part of you that is timeless, that is not a body, not a thought, not an emotion, not your trauma. So yeah, yoga nidra has just been such a blessing to me, because by getting into, like, by feeling into my body, I understand, oh, I'm not this body, and that has helped me to gain that much needed separation. Like, okay, I'm feeling angry right now, but I am not anger, or, so this is like, there's this kind of this space here, and there's this sense that this is my true self, and this is my, body on earth, and I'm experiencing life as, as Davina. So yeah, and this true self, like, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll often have, my insights come to me early in the morning. I'll wake up and boom, like a boundary is just popping up in my mind, like, oh, I need to say this. I need to express this boundary. I need to say no to that. Or, I need to have this conversation with this person. So these, these ideas will just start coming up. And then the harder part is to follow through with those actions, and just be really so super patient and gentle with yourself, because, and I need to tell this to myself, because it is so hard. We are so conditioned to go against that true self, because being true self was scary, was dangerous, really meant, that we thought anyway, we would have been punished, we would have been rejected as children, to being our true self. So being true, being your true self, is being authentic, is terrifying, so be really kind to yourself in this journey. Just take those little baby steps, I feel like emotional just saying that to myself right now. that's another part of healing, is that, we're so hard on ourselves, I should speak for myself. I'm so hard on myself. But this is quite a common thing, like pushing ourselves and putting pressure on ourselves. Come on, why are you being more true to yourself? Why are you setting that boundary? But this is hard. It's really hard. Yeah. So understand that being your true self is incredibly difficult. And whatever little small step you take today in being that true self, in like holding your boundaries and saying, this is me, these are my feelings, these are my needs, and just really owning that. That's a lot about, being true and being authentic. And yeah, it helps you to make choices that will lead you to more peace and more fulfillment. And it's when we're acting from our false self that, of course, we're just making decisions out of shame and out of fear and out of guilt. And so, yeah, it takes a lot of trust, a lot of deep trust in this higher self, and faith in God as well, in my experience. And God may not be something you believe in, that's fine. Whatever you call that kind of greater kind of presence, spirit, source. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and many, many blessings on your journey. I am Davina Shemaya, a Boldness Blooming.